Nobody's
If
came back
you
home.
want it, you can take a private plane. Bum, bum, da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Wouldn't be waking up from. But suddenly, an
What's up,
EMT emerged
everybody?
from the basement with a glimmer of hope. The EMTs were able to re-establish a faint pulse, so Amy was still clinging to life. But when Jimmy realized that his wife was still breathing, he seemed frustrated by this promising news. His reaction immediately set off red flags for the officers. Jimmy then left the room momentarily to grab a new shirt, and when he came back, he called his daughter Ashley to inform her of the emergency.
What's going on, everybody?
There's an emergency, just don't go anywhere. Jimmy didn't want Ashley to panic over the phone, so he kept his composure and didn't share any details of what had happened. But right after that phone call, he called his parents and spilled his heart out. Although Jimmy was crying his heart out, the officers spotted no moisture on his face at all. They decided to have him wait outside.
There's no middle ground. There's no middle ground.
Shortly after, Amy was placed on a stretcher.
That's low as fuck. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill.
The ProMedica Herrick Hospital, just 2 minutes away.
What's up, everybody? We got a nice
So the officers headed back inside
drink.
for further investigation. Now that the dust had settled, they immediately noticed something strange. The basement ceilings were very low, so low that they began to question the logistics of Jimmy's story.
Martial arts.
It was 5'6", and the basement ceiling wasn't much higher, roughly 7 feet. But rather than jumping to
I don't really like
the investigators
videos
decided to wrap things up for the night.
in this
The
video.
next morning, Officer Horn and his partner returned to the Allen household to ask Jimmy some more questions. They hoped to get a better understanding of what led up to the incident. According to Jimmy, the family started their day in high spirits by making breakfast together and getting Ashley ready for school.
Lunch and breakfast, smile on your face.
At around 7:30 a.m.,
That's it.
Jimmy left for work and Ashley left for school, while Amy stayed home. Jimmy decided to leave work early, so around 12:30 p.m., he came home and took a nap. Then, at 2:45 p.m., the school day was over and it was time to pick up Ashley.
Actually, had a friend over, Kayla, for school. Amy picked her up, and I was in the face, and then you could hear she
After a nice family dinner, everybody hopped in the car and drove to the Tecumseh High School for the football game. As mentioned before, Jimmy and Amy dropped off the girls and decided to head downtown to the bar. They first went to Ember's Bar and Grill, then to JR's Hometown Grill and Pub shortly after. Investigators would later confirm this part of Jimmy's story by obtaining the security footage from JR's. Apparently, nothing seemed out of the ordinary until Jimmy brought up the idea of selling their house and moving down south. Since the family had just moved to Michigan from Florida 1 year earlier, Amy was not fond of this idea. She began texting someone on her phone and became dismissive of Jimmy's comments.
She said it all the times. It's not going to work, and she's normally positive, sort of. Right down and negative, and she disagreed about it. She's like, I hope that works out for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm talking about our life. Like, this is not we're planning this. Our future, and it's, I hope that works out for you.
Jimmy said that this comment sparked an argument between the two. By the time they left the bar, things were very tense. Amy decided that she would rather walk home than sit with Jimmy anymore. This was also confirmed by this surveillance footage, which captured Amy walking down the street, heading in the direction of their house. Amy arrived home at 7:58 p.m. She grabbed an extension cord and then went down to the basement. At 8:05 p.m., Jimmy decided to go check on her.
She said, we're one of our cats, and what the hell are you doing in the basement?
Apparently, Amy was angry at him for slamming the door in her face as they left the bar. But according to Jimmy, it was just an accident. He did forget to hold the door for her, but he didn't slam it intentionally. Amy didn't believe that it was an accident, so she started throwing insults at him, and the two proceeded to argue for about 10 minutes. Nothing good was coming from this argument, so Jimmy went back upstairs, leaving Amy in the basement with the extension cord. About 25 minutes later, at 8:40 p.m., Jimmy realized that it was time to pick up Ashley from the football game. Before he left, he went back to the basement to squash the beef with Amy.
And immediately you can do that and started, check for a pulse. When I glanced down there, I saw there looked like a upturned tubular tail. Like I said, it was just so, just
Sure. The officer asked if there were any signs that something like this might happen, but Jimmy said that he could never have seen this coming.
Spent all night kind of thinking and what triggered what was. Has she ever tried anything like this before? Anything like we live a healthy lifestyle, we work out, we go rock climbing 3 times a week at Indian Harbor, we like cook meals at home, we grow our own vegetables out here, we no, I mean this is like the pinnacle of best job I've ever had. I make great money. She's a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of the 5 cats, the pool, and is there for my daughter doing sports and activities.
Sure. The officer then asked if he and his partner could do a more thorough search of the home, and Jimmy agreed. With the help of their new recruit, Louie, Jimmy's cat, the officer scoured every room in the household, hoping to find any clues that could explain last night's incident. They weren't able to find any bombshell evidence, but they did collect several items that belonged to Amy, including her computer and cell phone. Following their search, Officer Horn headed back outside to speak with Ashley. She was visibly shaken up by the incident, but the detectives needed to know if Amy and Jimmy had a history of violent altercations.
Were your mom and dad fighting at all initially? Do you recall?
No, everything was normal.
We left. Okay. Is there a history of fighting or arguing or anything like that?
The officer also asked about Amy's state of mind, but Ashley said that even though her mom was a deeply introverted person, she had always been emotionally stable. This interview wasn't as fruitful as the officers had hoped, but shortly after, they were approached by several of Amy's family members. They said that Jimmy waited 14 hours to tell them about the incident. As soon as they heard the news, they rushed over to the police department because they had an abundance of useful information for the police. The investigators learned that back in 1997,
What's going on,
when Amy
everybody?
was just 13,
Yes.
had a son.
Yes, I just got a new tattoo.
Her parents looked after Kaylin while she attended high school in Ocala, Florida. By the end of high school, she began dating Jimmy, who had no problem becoming a father figure to Kaylin. When Amy was 19, they had Ashley, and from that point on, Amy stayed home to take care of the kids while Jimmy worked. However, according to Amy's family, this wasn't her choice. They believed that Jimmy was a controlling husband who didn't want Amy to become financially independent. He would monitor everything the family did, from their social media activity to what they were eating throughout the day. He would also discipline the kids if he believed they were misbehaving, frequently taking things too far. Whenever Amy stood up to Jimmy, her opinion didn't seem to matter. Whatever Jimmy wanted, Jimmy got. So when Caleb turned 17, he left to stay with his grandparents. Jimmy retaliated, telling Amy that she was no longer allowed to sleep with her family, including Caleb. One of the last times Caleb saw her was at his high school graduation a year before the incident. But other than that, Amy had minimal involvement in Caleb's life. All of this evidence was extremely damning for Jimmy. It wouldn't be a surprise if an abusive and controlling husband tried to murder his wife. But if the police wanted to bulletproof their case against Jimmy, they needed to answer one big question. What was Jimmy's motive? Unfortunately, before the investigators could answer this question, they received tragic news. On September 17, 2018, after being unresponsive for 3 days, Amy was taken off of life support and pronounced dead. With a possible homicide now on their hands, the authorities pressed on with their investigation. They decided to look for answers in Amy's cell phone. In her texts with Jimmy, his controlling behavior was on full display. He had somehow been tracking Amy's every move. He would frequently text Amy her exact location and ask her why she was there. Despite all of Jimmy's torment, Amy seemed completely fine in her other conversations. This evidence strengthened the case against Jimmy, but the detectives still couldn't pinpoint an exact motive. That was until they looked through a conversation with a man named George. George was a married man from the East Coast that Amy had met online and had been texting for the past 3 years. Based on the explicit content of the messages, it was clear that they were having an affair. Even on the day of the incident, Amy and George were consistently texting and calling each other. When Amy was having dinner with her family at 5 and 7 p.m., George texted her saying, "I wish we could be together right now." 5:29 p.m., Amy responded with, "I'm excited to see you again. And remember when Amy began texting somebody during the argument at JR's Grill and Pub? It turns out that she was texting George, even with Jimmy sitting directly beside her. From these findings, a new theory emerged. Perhaps Jimmy had caught a glimpse of these text conversations and was overcome with anger, which ultimately led to him attacking Amy in the basement. The investigators were eager to ask Jimmy some more questions, but they ran into a small problem. Jimmy was nowhere to be found. It turns out that just a few days
being a
after the
man.
incident, Jimmy and Ashley
I
packed
feel
their
like the same way would go.
including their
Like,
5 cats,
instead of
and
trying
back
to
to their
morph
hometown
somebody
of
into what
Florida
you want,
to stay with
keep
family.
looking.
Thankfully,
Keep
the
looking.
employees were easily able to get in touch with Jimmy to arrange another interview. He told them that he would be back in Michigan in a few weeks to grab some of his stuff. Since the Tecumseh Police Department had limited personnel and resources, the Michigan State Police had taken over the investigation, and Detective Larry Rothman was put on the case. 1 month after Amy's death, he met Jimmy at the station for a formal interview. During his stay in Florida, Jimmy had plenty of time to reflect on his relationship with Amy, and he was forthright with the detective about his shortcomings. It's hard to believe this statement from Jimmy, because moments later, when asked to describe himself, he gives an awfully detailed answer. Without a doubt, Jimmy's obsession with creating the perfect family was immensely toxic. However, Jimmy seemed to take pride in this toxic behavior, framing it as a strength. He believed that his role in the family was to hold them to a higher standard. No matter how much Jimmy painted himself as an upstanding family man, the detectives weren't buying it. Jimmy is painting himself as a valiant savior, guiding his wife away from her bad habits towards a healthy lifestyle. But as we mentioned earlier, everybody who was close to Amy said that Jimmy was the main cause of her isolation. While asking Jimmy about infidelity in the relationship, he revealed that Amy wasn't the only one cheating.
You're an asshole! It's over!
Clearly, Jimmy underestimated Amy's charm. Later in the interview, the detective set the record straight, finally telling Jimmy that Amy was in fact having an affair.
I'm reloading! You scumbag!
That's insane!
Jimmy seemed to be in denial, so the detective printed off some excerpts from Amy's conversations with George, some more risque than others. worse. As someone who had a say in every aspect of Amy's life, he seemed completely blindsided by her secret life with George. On to New Orleans.
I'm really not in the mood for this.
So,
In a last-ditch effort to elicit a confession, the detective asked Jimmy if he would take a polygraph test. Jimmy agreed and maintained his innocence the entire time. Ultimately, the test results were inconclusive.
I could not agree more.
The detective wrapped up the interview, less certain about Jimmy's involvement
I got a his all around. I got for the shit. I got a silver with toxins.
so they had no choice but to wait for the medical examiner to release Amy's autopsy report. That day finally came 3 months after Amy's death. It was confirmed that the cause of death was strangulation asphyxiation, but the manner of death was undetermined, requiring additional investigation. The ball was back in Detective Rothman's court, but finding more evidence to determine whether or not this was a homicide was easier said than done. He meticulously looked through all of the evidence, including the body cam footage. He stumbled upon the moment that Officer Horn noticed how low the basement ceiling was, and he suddenly had an idea. Rothman reached out to a forensic engineer in Michigan and asked them to recreate the scenario Jimmy had supposedly stumbled upon. After many months of preparation, testing, and analyzing the results, the lab determined that under the same circumstances, her feet would have made contact with the ground. A different forensic pathologist reviewed the same test results, and they determined that her manner of death must have been a homicide. On October 16, 2020, Jimmy was charged with one felony count of open murder. This meant that if the case went to trial, it would be up to the jury to determine the degree of homicide Jimmy is guilty of, anywhere from involuntary manslaughter to first-degree murder. By this point in the investigation, it appeared that Jimmy, who was still staying with his parents in Florida, had moved on entirely. In fact, he even had a new fiancée, and their wedding was just 5 days away. But before they could tie the knot, Jimmy was arrested and extradited back to Michigan. Once he was booked into jail, he was brought into a room to have his charges explained to him. When told that he could contact the investigators if he had any questions, Jimmy said something peculiar. A few weeks later, at his arraignment hearing, Jimmy pled not guilty. His bond was set at $10 million, and he was put behind bars. Leading up to his trial, his defense attorney Daniel Guerin released this statement. Mr. Allen vehemently asserts his innocence in this case, as he had absolutely nothing to do with Amy Allen's tragic death. He cooperated with police throughout the 2-year investigation and provided evidence and statements showing his innocence from the very beginning. He has been in jail for nearly a year for a crime he did not commit, and he misses his family dearly. He is looking forward to the evidence finally being shown to a jury of his peers so they can see clearly that he is innocent and did absolutely nothing wrong. In September of 2021, 3 years after Amy's death, his trial began. Prosecutor Angie Borders kicked off the opening statements. She said that her team was confident that the evidence would point the jury to a guilty verdict. Defense attorney Daniel Guerin delivered the defense's opening statement, saying that there was no substantial evidence to support the prosecution's theory, and their case did not add up.
how much reasons explains or guesses or understands why. After 15 years of marriage, kills his wife, goes up in a cover-up mode, does all of this cover-up, and then gets to something insane.
He also pointed to Jimmy's search history that night, suggesting that murder was the last thing on Jimmy's mind.
The phone searches from Jim's phone shows that he's looking at searches for Jim Carrey movies. And he had told police that they watched.
One of the key witnesses for the prosecution was Amy's son, Caleb. He told the court about the altercation with Jimmy while he still lived at home.
I stood up, pushed him against the wall. Started with the same fear. Realized what I was doing.
I turned around, was choked from Wilson. Yeah, he felt like during the incident, he asked me for
The story suggested that Jimmy had a history of choking when he got angry. If he was willing to choke Kaylee, it's reasonable to assume that he was willing to choke Amy as well. Several witnesses that were at the scene that night were also called to the stand, including first responders and neighbors. They all testified that Jimmy's over-the-top reactions seemed like he was putting on an act. Jimmy's behavior throughout the body cam footage supported this. There were several moments where he would be sobbing uncontrollably, but instantly compose himself to answer the officer's questions. On top of Jimmy's questionable behavior, Officer Horn also noted that Amy's injuries did not align with Jimmy's story.
Couples tested for any injuries. We didn't see any sort of
Later in the trial, a hospital staff member that treated Amy agreed with Officer Horn's observations, saying that the lack of external injuries suggested foul play.
It was a red flag.
One witness that nobody expected was none other than Mystery Man George.
Yes, we spoke online often.
I don't want to die!
Basically, so still a bit of sexual contact.
For the most part, George and Amy communicated through text and video calls, but the more they got to know each other, the more eager they were to see each other in person.
Yes, twice.
The first time the two met up was in spring of 2017 to grab some coffee. The second time was several months later when Amy met George in a hotel room.
I was here for work, and she had some free time, so she came. Yes. Some things, yes.
Apparently, George and Amy's love for each other only grew as time went on. Even on the day of her death, Amy showed no signs of wanting to slow down.
Love you. And more of you, she wrote, I love you too. I'm ready to spend time with you in person. Let's do it. She wrote end of October.
Dr. Elizabeth Buck also played a crucial role in the prosecution's case. During her testimony, she took the jury through the extension cord experiment we mentioned earlier.
First question, Detective Rothman, boys can extension cord suspended 140 pounds. The testing was performed. The answer is no.
According to the prosecution, the
I don't think
results
you're
of her
supposed
tests
to-
were more than
Let me
enough to
down!
debunk Jimmy's story.
Yes, ma'am.
When it was the defense's turn to call witnesses, they had Jimmy's father testify.
Speak up.
According to him, Jimmy didn't plead the state because he was guilty. It was because Jimmy's family urged him to stay with them in Florida.
He seemed somewhat composed, but totally shattered.
Carajo! We got a man
I'd
down!
never seen him like that.
Moron!
Unresponsive. He seemed to have lost interest in
You
She
piece
also
of shit.
testified on her father's behalf. The day after the incident, she had said that her mother had always been stable. But now, 3 years later, her story had completely changed.
Did you notice anything from your vantage point that was a problem, behaviors or issues that you saw when your mom was drinking alcohol?
Yes, my mother indulged in alcohol frequently. She became intoxicated very easily and frequently as well, which would cause her to be she would be
When Amy was placed under intensive care, her blood alcohol content was recorded at 0.09%, likely caused by the 2 or 3 drinks that she consumed at the bars that night. The defense said that this was proof of Amy's drinking problem, and that she wasn't as chipper as the prosecution had suggested. They also questioned the forensic pathologist who claimed that this was a homicide. To dispute this notion, the defense had actually reached out to their own expert, Dr. Francisco J. Diaz. According to Dr. Diaz, since there was minimal bleeding to the strap muscles of the neck, no petechiae, and no evidence of defensive type injuries, he believed that Amy Amy's death was not the result of somebody else's actions. The defense had called all of their witnesses, but they had a lot more to say in their closing arguments. They said that the prosecution's case was utter speculation, and the fact that Jimmy had 0 defensive marks on him was proof of that.
You know a lot about disorders. Otherwise, you're fighting. You're trying to stay alive.
They also said that even though Amy and George's relationship seemed to be flourishing, it was actually just a fantasy, an escape from the dejected state of mind that plagued Amy's life.
You know, people want to say this was sort of this thing she was looking forward to break free. It was 3 years. 3 years, and they have 3 years to be. She was not talking to her family. She was isolated. She didn't have a job. She was socially anxious, and that's not to be Amy out. It is to tell you that she was living sort of a double parallel life, and refuses to let Amy have unfortunately isolation. Behavior, the guilt of a very graphic and long-term affair, unbeknownst to Jimmy and his daughter, ultimately led to her very sad tragic death on Friday, September 14th of 2018.
Both sides rested their case. Jimmy's fate was now in the hands of the jury. After about 6 hours of deliberations, they had their
Wow.
After this verdict, Jimmy didn't seem to know what to do with himself. He wandered aimlessly for a bit, and when it was time to be booked into the jail, he bashfully waved goodbye to his family. On October 21st, 2021, Jimmy was sentenced to 20 to 45 years in prison in the Michigan Department of Corrections. He currently resides at the St. Louis Correctional Facility and will be eligible for parole.
So, did he do it or did he not do it?
Perfect. Perfect. A pleasure doing business with you.
There's no evidence saying that he did it. It's just he got found guilty of doing it. But
You gotta listen to your body. It tells the truth, whether it's in your words or not. This week, I'm gonna be
What's up,
showing
Ninja?
people how to read what the body's actually saying, so you can stop leading from confusion. Amy Cuddy's research proves that posture, breath, and stance can shape confidence and cognition.
pretty good.
Saying subconsciously, your brain listens to your body first. Audit your body's cues. Are your
Pretty good, bro. Yeah. Just vibing. Kind of a good day. Trained and then. Well, I took it slow with training today. Just getting back into it. Trying not to. I feel good, but if I get hit hard one more time, so. Oh, that might make it so I do have a concussion. So I just gotta keep it. Yeah, bro, you know it. Yeah, exactly, brother. So we're thinking the next one probably in November. Yeah, for Thanksgiving. You're on data? Oh, that's bad. How are you doing, though? Are you almost ready for school to start again? It's the end of the summer. Just about.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Okay? The show's over. Time with this construct. Alright? You guys don't want to get fucking good? We keep playing around, and I'm very passionate about fighting. I'm very passionate about getting people better. But I'm not passionate about trying to look for clips. okay? When I started training 18 years ago, it was about the fucking money. It wasn't about clips and views. You guys live in a different generation than I do, okay? That's why you guys call me Unc. Yes, I am, okay? You guys want to get good, you gotta fucking train.
Damn. Yeah, that's about it. Month left, and then back to it. But don't worry. The school year will be fun too. I know it sounds crazy and oh, it's not true at all. The school year sucks. It does. But when you got that structure, Ninja, it's really important, you know? The structure of everything makes everything good.
I just keep fighting. Because there's holes where he's been knocked out before the same way, right? That's a concussion. Another concussion. When he's 40 years old, he won't be able to put together a sentence. So you have to take time to actually learn how to train. Because there's holes where he's been knocked out before.
My heart's fine.
Damn.
I'm only 40. Ignoring your heart health.
In chat.
Get naked shot.
What you think, Michael? What do you want to see? Don't worry about it, okay? Oh, shit! Oh, shit!
No, it's not a bad concussion at all. It's really not even a concussion, bro. I don't feel like I'm like concussed or anything. It's just one good shot, and everyone's like, hey man, if you take one more shot like that, it could be a lot worse, and then you could have a really bad concussion. But I don't feel like I really have one, so but I know if I say that now, oh, I don't have one, and then I go out and I do a round, I'm like 10 times more susceptible to getting one then. So if I just take some time off, rest the brain, don't get hit in the head, I can still do jujitsu and stuff, I'll be good. That's the hope. But I feel good, man. It just sucks because I would go to training and I can't train striking part, which is I miss. You know, it's kind of like when everyone else gets to ride the ride, but you don't get to ride it. Which makes sense, bro. It makes sense. They want to keep you safe.
We were trying to work that choke. I let him get the choke in. He didn't understand the finish mechanics of choking somebody out. And somebody who doesn't understand that, they won't be able to choke anybody out. Brings more easy. So, okay? Right here. Okay?
Can't believe it. Now wait, you see how I'm losing my voice? Because you're actually about to choke me, right? Okay?
These are my powers. Like,
End of it.
what? Fucking wings? Anybody got his wings? Yep. Okay. He's got it right now? Right here. Oh. Just because I just don't know what's going to happen. At the end of the day, I don't want Death to get hurt. That's my biggest thing is I don't want him to get hurt. Whether he wins, lose, draw.
Yeah, bro, because you just, I mean, I'm 22. I want to be able to have a conversation when I'm 40, you know, and be able to still inspire and still produce content and still be me at 40 years old. Man, I don't want to be punch drunk. When you get better, you want to train more. Dude, I really believe that, and it hurts because I really do believe that, Ninja. It hurts a lot right now because I want to jump right back in, and I feel like I was just in a camp for 7 weeks. Why not just dive right back into another one for another 7 weeks? But I'm gonna get a lot better from now until November. So when I do step in that cage, there will be no doubt in my mind that I'm ready for that win. That I've done all of the training to get the win. That I've done all of the things that you have to do to lose to learn, you know, like I've lost in some of the worst ways you can, getting kicked in the face and then getting kicked in the body, you know. Those are two of like the worst ways you can lose a fight, in my opinion. And I've already lost them, so I got them out of the way. Like, not nearly as like sad and dejected as I was last year after the fight. Last year after the fight, I felt like I didn't even belong in there. Like I wasn't even worth it. But this time I felt like I belong in there. Like I was meant. That's like maybe not what I was meant. That wasn't the feeling I got, that I was meant to do that. But I started to feel like that confidence in me, and that I know this is what I'm meant to do. But you just gotta keep on doing it until you realize what that feeling is like when your body says and your mind says, dude, this is what you're meant to be doing with your life. You're supposed to be pursuing this, you know? What? This thing's a piece of shit. It's already... Come on, guy. Push it up. Push it up. Push it up. Damn it. But yeah, I went to the beach today, too. Just to kind of, like, reset. Get my mind right. Clear it. And... that was nice. This guy shoots me. Dead. Dead. Clear the mind, but also cleanse the soul of like everything that, you know. Why are they riding their jet skis in this crappy water? That's my question. No. No. How do I push this back in? There we go. Oh no. Oh no. That's policia. Policia here. Policia here. Ah, they're trying to get in the water. Yeah, bro. You know, there's no point in rushing any of that stuff. No point in rushing it, because I'm in this game for longevity. I want to be able to do this for a while, so...
Don't give up! Don't give up!
Golly. This game isn't even... like, I don't even know what GTA 6 is gonna feel like. This game is, like, just beautiful now. It's not even like a game I really play anymore. It's just, you come on here and you get away, like... Damn. Death sentence just lost again.
Dreamed of leaving the ground level life behind? At U.S. Aviation Academy, your first takeoff happens on day one, guided by FAA certified instructors and a fleet ready for every stage of your training. From single-engine fundamentals to multi-engine mastery, you'll log real hours, hone real skills, and fly real missions faster than traditional programs. Our state-of-the-art simulators cut learning curves, while immersive ground school turns complex theory into confident decision-making. Graduate job ready with airline preferred partnerships and financing options that keep your budget and your future in clear skies. Your cockpit is waiting. Visit US.
Vision changes.
We're the same way, right? That's a concussion. Another concussion. Another concussion. When he's 40 years old, he won't be able to put. Okay, you guys want to get good? You gotta fucking train, not just keep fighting, fighting. Because there's holes where he's been knocked up before the same way. That is it.
What should we play, low-key? Oh, no. Low-key... I don't know what to play. Ninja. Low-key, we should try. If I download Call of Duty, it'll take an hour.
This is 27-year-old Alina Aaron Sibian. On May 7th, 2024, Raton police responded to a local pawn in purchase in progress. Officers learned a woman is attempting to purchase a Rolex for $20,000, and the pawn shop staff became suspicious of her fake identification. Alina continuously lied to the police until a fingerprint scanner confirmed who she really was, and she finally confessed to her correct information during the booking process at the police department.
So Rolex watch, and so tried to use a fake ID. I did not matching the fake ID. When I scanned the ID, came out different name and all that. I'm assistant, so I figured she was trying to scam us. He was working with somebody. Did you give the IDs back to the police? Okay, give them. Okay, so what was she? How much was she supposed to be purchasing? So she came in for 12,300. What kind of Rolex was it? Rolex Submariner. What was it? Rolex Submariner. Submariner. Okay. And then she presented you. What kind of ID was it? It's a. Okay, I'll take a look at it. You don't know what state it was at or anything like that. You said it looked like her, but when you ran it, the address was different. I think something was different. When I scanned it. Okay. You can take a look at it. Yeah.
So, for example, this in our system, Kimberly has, and the ID itself, around the email which matching the card. With a different address, because the ID is so clear.
Okay, let me take a look at it. Can you stand up your phone, please? What's that? What's that?
Therefore,
so, stay up for phone. Okay. All right. I need you to set a seat over here, and I need to read something to you while we talk to you. Okay. Okay, these are your rights. You speak English fully and understand it? Okay, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present while you are being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, will be appointed to represent you before any questions if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions. You understand that? What's going on? So you came in to buy the Rolex watch? Okay. So you're being detained right now because you're not free to leave. That's the process we're going through. That's why I'm asking you questions. So I can figure out what's going on because I can't just come into a situation and arrest you, right? Okay. So can I see them? Okay, so you came in and you presented these two things to them, correct? Okay. Do you have any documentation that has your right information on it? Okay. And who is this on the driver's license? This is you. is the only ID that you have? So you're telling me that your name is Emily? Emily Miranda? What's your date of birth? Okay. So do you understand how this is becoming kind of suspicious at this point? Because you don't even know what your date of birth is? Okay. And what is your name and your address? Alright, so yeah, just came back with them. Did she give you this every time? Okay, we can write it. I did well, maybe they're just okay, that's okay. Alright. Do you see that up? Can you send us it one more time? Alright, thank you. So is that the story you're sticking with? That this is your real ID, this is your real name, this is your real date of birth? Yes? You have nothing else to say? Stand up for me for a second. You're just being detained as of right now. I'm just gonna put you in handcuffs, you guys. But you're gonna see for a second until the other officer gets here, okay? You good for a second, Chris Weiser, where I can look up that other ID that they have? I'll be right back.
Alina is detained while they wait for another officer with a fingerprint scanner to arrive.
Yeah, let me scan this. Someone else's thing. Don't have anything. Yeah. This number comes with. This comes back to my window. When they scan the actual barcode, it comes back to a different name as well. It also comes back to that ID number comes back to company as well. Which.
So what am I sort of
I'll be okay. I made a reservation.
so what is something like this?
Because the investigation is still ongoing.
Get me mad as hell.
What?
Turn the music so she can
Fake ID.
just all
Fake credit card.
different things there. You want to cancel my reservation? I'll go somewhere else, baby. No problem. I'm low-key kind of scared to say what's fun to do on a Tuesday. Because I know somebody gonna invite me some crazy shit. Like I underestimate this city like a motherfucker. So I'm like, oh, it's a Tuesday. Well, you don't give a damn. I'm trying to figure out what's the vibe for tonight. I don't know if I want to order food and like stay in or like go to eat. Take myself on a date. Going on myself. Let's go somewhere sickening though. What's like the best restaurants in Miami? Like nicest, classy fucking shit. You know, like I said, if I advice. Shit, you will try to understand.
So, she presented the list.
First, you're gonna do a steam my shirt. You're gonna do the ass. Alright, she ready to go. Stay everything you say. I can do everything. My first step is a little.
It's easier to do all the sitting. This one said to stand up.
It was so nasty, so that I looks good. And the picture we just doing this.
Stand up for us.
At chain time, this is where everything gets done.
Say around each of them.
Big Cuban link chain. Tina made this for me. I posted about it when I got it. Jake. Got another sunglass. Good job. Big Cuban link chain. My friend Valentina made this for me. I posted about it when I got it. So you can get some shit, get some Jimmy. I don't know sunglass. I'm worried about what the fuck bag I'm gonna take. Come on the couch. I've taken this before. Shit.
No, it's just revenge. This is what we did too many times. I'm trying to go out. Like, just a little fuck. Just you say it's the full outfit. And each to the night, I'm gonna have this this clothes with this little big shades and like you feel me? That's what I just want to get into. Alright. We have time. Hello. 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 And shit. And shit. Let's go. Hello. Hello, and shit. We're celebrating. We got to make it. Celebrating birthday. A little Patron flight. We're gonna try all this. Strawberry flavor. Strawberry. What is tamarindo? Fucking liars. Weird in she's we try now. She's gonna do this with us.
Police turned her over to his actor and confirmed her real identity to be 27-year-old Alina Arancibia.
So do you have anything on you that's going to poke us, stick us, or anything like that that we need to know about? All right, you are under arrest. Stand up. Yeah. Get those piercings out. Okay. Yeah. Stop such a thank you. Sorry, that's not lies. Or is it? Appreciate you. The other officers told you that when you took your fingerprints? Yeah, it's the fingerprint scanner, so yeah, those were like, I said you watched the scanner and everything, so yeah, probably it does. Okay, that is all. Yeah, like he knows the process of all that, so when your fingerprints get scanned, it'll get sense of them. Yes, hello. You don't know misdemeanor. You got a couple charges. You have a couple charges. I can let you know when they are once we get back to booking. I don't know exactly everything, but you have a fake ID, which is not a misdemeanor. You provide which is also not, which is, you know, you try to purchase something fraudulently with a fraudulent credit card. I don't know. When you go up to the county jail, when you back to the judge, they issue all that stuff. And then they're gonna ask you some questions on the computer as far as your name, date of birth, and where you lived at. You see with the right information, so we already have it. So.
Lena Arancibia was charged with fraudulent use of credit, possession of fraudulent driver's license, and providing a false name to law enforcement.
Here in state of the back side of the car. Okay. You have anything illegal in the car? Okay. The road stops the cops make are simple and routine, but sometimes a sudden stop can lead to some of the most shocking discoveries ever made. Busting $500,000 worth of illegal substances, discovering a missing body in a car. Here are 4 of the craziest unexpected police busts of all time, starting with a stop that ended up saving multiple lives. On January 24th, 2022, a Walmart employee notified cops that a woman had stolen $300 worth of Legos from their store. Initially, there was nothing out of the ordinary about this, just a regular shoplifting call. That's how the cops approached it when they spotted her vehicle and pulled it over. But just seconds later, the cops would discover something that would turn things from simple to one of the most strange and terrifying stops we've ever covered.
I'm Officer Johnson. Hey, you get your license and insurance on you. So the reason we stopped you is it says Walmart calling there. Suspect of possibly bringing up some items. Steve items. Okay.
Again, things start out quite simple. Since she denies the allegations of stealing, so the cops check her ID and decide how they want to approach the situation. But when a second cop comes back to ask her some questions, that's when things get crazy.
So, what were you doing? Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like all stolen bills earlier. As he's talking with the girl, identified as 20-year-old Mariah.
Stay with me. Oh. Stay with me. Oh.
Someone's calling the wind is calling and stand for something.
Sport on the road. Yeah. Just can't wait to get on the road again.
I do this for myself. Whenever I ask my mom what her legacy is, she always said listen. So that's what I'm
You know, I always question. I don't know if it's the rear end that's better or if it's the side shot. This car, the side shot's absolutely insane. This is what you get for $600,000. And of course, it doesn't look this good. It doesn't look nearly as good from factory. This has a bunch of modifications.
keep coming. And then keep coming. And
When you watch Russell Rousey play, every now and then it doesn't seem like a fight.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can person. That's two. Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Get together.
Nice. See holiday.
EA Sports.
boy. I'm not buying the next freaking game. This game just came out, bro. What?
He noticed these stolen Legos in the backseat, next to something that was much more concerning.
Will you roll down your back window for me? Thank you. What? Yeah, go ahead and secure her. Wait. What's your fireworks stuff?
It's hot still. As the cops said, he spotted what appeared to be an explosive device in the backseat of the car, right next to the stolen Legos. Things just went from 0 to 100 instantly, especially as the girl says she's been arrested multiple times before, and that her boyfriend is allegedly involved in this as well. And things only become more concerning when they look more closely at the device and see exactly how it's constructed.
Oh.
It's like there's some sort of explosive device in the back of that phone. It's got like
Here we go.
fireworks, and shit, and that, and then it's got like a bunch of stuff wrapped around it.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started.
If there's any more, so what's the deal? You see your boyfriend out there? Okay. What's your boyfriend saying? Same. Okay. When did he make that? Do you know why he made it or anything?
She was then asked to call her boyfriend, who arrived on foot soon later. If you think things are strange already, just wait until you see how he behaves.
What's going on? What you got? Okay, so we come over here and hang out for a second. Do you have any ID on you?
Okay. Notice that the very first thing Zane asks is if it's bad. He wasn't told why he had to come to the scene, but it's obvious he's aware of exactly what's in that back seat, and is desperate to figure out a way out of this.
Where'd you come from? So you're on the restaurant, but I'm at the just cut to the chase and I'll tell you
On
why.
first down, here comes this offense.
It has to do with the little device you've made.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
More perplexing than anything else in the whole case. So yeah, he said he's just out doing, he was going to do some redneck stuff today. He was going to take it out and blow up some watermelons with it. He said it's a couple of fireworks tied together. You have to light it like a normal firework. And he said, I just wanted to see what the stuff I take to the outside would do if I went full of screws. Yeah, I said, were you trying to use it as a weapon? Were you going to, go do anything? He goes, well, I'm just going to blow up some watermelons.
EA Sports.
Yeah, it's really nervous and all about it. As insane as the story sounded, it turned out to be true. A few hours later, the bomb squad determines the device to be safe, constructed out of fish hooks, bolts, and fireworks. Nevertheless, the city was charged with illegally manufacturing an explosive device and following up with petty larceny for stealing the Legos. But not every case like this has such a happy ending. Just like the cops found out when they made the biggest bust of their careers while on a completely routine traffic stop. But as the cops would find out, this man was much more than a criminal. He'd been hiding a deadly secret for almost 28 years. On the 16th of August 2022, officers from the Oconee County Sheriff's Office were conducting random registrations on random vehicles when a Mazda flagged up as having no insurance and a suspended license. The driver identified himself as Rise Second and immediately seemed not just anxious, but terrified.
What's your last name? Sakim. Can you step out the vehicle for us? Alright, so here's what's gonna happen, Sakim, okay? Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take him to custody today, okay? We're gonna go down to jail.
Second was all but ready to leave before the deputies notified him that he was being detained for having no valid insurance. Something that seemed to immediately set him off. From this point on, watch how Second acts around the cops. It's understandable to be nervous and uncomfortable in this situation, but something about the extent of Second's anxiety seems odd to the cops. Set your phone up on the phone. Portland, the law is different here in Georgia. This is not so I want to pick my voice. It's just 18 years old. It's to arrest. What do you need funds? So things. No, do you need any help? Sir, the child that they cannot take care of. How do you need out of your life? So, if you why would not touch my paw? You will take my things out. The only crime Second has committed is driving without the valid insurance and license
Welcome
necessary.
to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. David Hall again.
Take your photographs.
Line gets set, first down. Gonna run it. It's Haynes. At the 35, he's got room. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got...
And the ball is picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change.
Second just isn't listening and only gets more anxious. He's continuously pleading with the cops and attempting to seem like a respectable family man. But one major thing stands out in this piece of footage. In his attempts to seem trustworthy, he's been pretty consistently maintaining eye contact with the officers. But take a look at what he's saying during the first moment he breaks eye contact for a significant amount of time. That break in eye contact implies heavily that what he's saying isn't the truth, and he subconsciously wants to look away in this moment because the bond of trust is broken. Obviously, in the grand scheme of things, this could never be used to convict someone, or even be used as probable cause to search, but it's a pretty brazen sign of what the cops will soon discover.
Yeah, I just found out that possessed that I didn't find anything for this. Just imagine that they sued you for repossession. But that's what I'm saying. I don't, no information's coming in. My cousin signed the license for us. I told you, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, like you have a % bond, so you can bond out of jail. You don't have to wait to see a judge.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Title Town, some call it, a moniker that many claim.
The cops are being extremely nice to Second, trying to put his mind at ease by repeating that it isn't a huge deal and that he'll be out by the end of the day. But that wasn't at all. Second was taken back to the police station and processed, but when he was asked to scan his fingerprints, a match was found, and the name wasn't the one he'd given. Instead, it was Muhammad El Amin, and there was a reason he was on fire. 28 years ago, in 1994, he allegedly shot and killed a man with a handgun at a train station before fleeing and seemingly disappearing entirely.
Moves
It
away
took a
as he
simple
feels
suspended
pressure.
license for the
He fires it out to the
manhunt
right.
to come to an
He's
end.
got it downfield for a huge gain.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae
Cops
Smith,
discovered almost $1
this
million
guy
worth of narcotics
he could be on
given
the field
away
with all
by
those
a
guys.
simple
He's got speed.
window.
He's got the
These
ability to
cops
pluck the
noticed a
football
red
out of the
SUV
air.
driving on the
What a
highway
big
in
time
Florida
weapon. How nice is it to play
windows that
quarterback
seemed
with this
too dark
guy?
to be legal, so they pulled it over with no idea exactly what they were about to uncover.
To the end zone and it's picked off.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against.
Yeah, I was being blocked, suspended or anything else like that.
The woman identified herself as 27-year-old Elizabeth, and she said she was on her way back from a trip to Texas where she had lost her license. Come on. On January 9th, 2025, On January 9th, 2025, officers responded to a Dollar General after reports of an employee committing fraud.
What's up? How are you? Yeah, it's a little chilly. Is there a... Are you what's going on?
My boss number. Yes.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. On first down, here comes this offense.
Yes.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Taking a shot on the first play. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play. Second down coming up. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. First down and 10. Power football with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, the ground game. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for the end zone. Ball in the air, and
God bless you. I can honor that. Yep. Yeah, I'll do a quick interview with them, and we'll go over. Okay. All right. You have your idea? I got it. Okay. Yeah. KD, are you under the influence of drugs or alcohol? Do you understand it?
Is that all you can do? Or is there more?
So, prior to taking this sports statement, they showed up. Alright, and more nonsense here. You have the right to remain silent. City, report, you have the right to talk to the yeah, you have it. If you have a question, board of order, point for any question, information, something that's done. You also can break stuff in the these rights in mind, are you really awesome? Thank you. Look ahead of me. A lot for you. Okay. You know why we're here. Yes, sir. Why we're here. You already gave a statement.
Get him! Not even a whisper of fear.
Alive. Oh, what are you doing? Otherwise you purge yourself. You had some more in there.
There's no need to run.
Tell me what you did.
On the transactions and from a record that I did buy. I did it, so I was just struggling financially, and I just made stuff.
That's it! All the way! Show us everything!
So you want to steal your job? Not really. Not really, no. So,
It's all that on Reddit. Yeah. So I tried for myself. Oh, so run me through a scenario. Somebody comes up and they buy like bleach or anything that's not nothing. And then you pay it harder and scan the receipt and refund it. And what if they take that receipt but they pay you? So you keep the receipt. Then a later date, same day, or later date? Then what do you do? Scan it like they're bringing those items back?
What? Craven versus him?
We will separate
Is it this exact one? Yes. Or do you? That's one of the they make
Long have I dreamt of a perfect day, drenched in fire and blood. Will you give it to me? You destroyed our work, hurt our friends. Come, let your vengeance feast upon my flesh. Yes! How fast are you? The spider could not satisfy me, but you make this my final hunt, the end of all things. I have you! Your strength alone will not be enough. I need more. I want fury, wrath, hell of violence to bathe me in everlasting night. Hunt me. I only wish there were more of you.
Under over $2 opportunity and pay back enough money to cost the company. Financially, give the company pay back the once the company can give it a chance. This is serious opponent.
Yes, you will be my final hunt, and I shall be your partner. Let us show the world what death should be.
District manager right here is the LP.
Give up. I want it to be worth it.
Do you have any criminal history? No, sir. Said, is there any change or also district manager and right here section? I mean, you're taking responsibility for inappropriate action. So, store manager colon, we have the district manager, and right here is the LP, boss of bosses. We want to press charges. Have you ever been arrested for a theft report? Do you have any kind of criminal history? No, sir. Nothing? No. Okay. So, that being said, is there anything you want to add, change, or listen? You're getting fidgety. You've been fine this whole time. Have I been transparent with you? Yes, sir. Have I explained the whole process? Yes, sir. Relax, breathe. All right. Is there anything you want to add, change, or delete from what you told me? Yes, sir. Well, this concludes your statement. It's 9:34 a.m., January 9th, 2025. Okay, so you know the drill. Well, there's one press charges. Okay, so you sat down and talked to me. Okay. You can just go ahead and send us down. Well, yeah, and then I'm gonna have to handcuff me. Yes. You fell in front of me. Does that? No, it's policy procedure. Oh,
Like, yeah.
Yes, you will be my final hunt. Tonight shall be your best.
On you.
Let us show the world what death should. No!
Research.
Yes, yes, you will be my final hunt. Tonight shall be your best. Let us show the world what death should be. You want death? Then give up. I want it to be worthy of me! Do you know what it's like to have your body betray you? Weakness will not claim me if I am back.
Yep. For yourself. It's gonna be a felony charge. Okay. Because if you have
Yes, you will be my final hunt. Tonight shall be your best. Let us show the world what death should be. You want death? Then give up. I want it to be worthy of me. Do you know what it's like to have your body betray you? Weakness will not claim me. If I am to die soon, I will die roaring! You're just a little man. I have conquered every land and tamed nature.
So these are the green ones that are putting up boys' names. Okay. Boy. So you last tried all of these first. Come on. We put up this boy. So let's say if you need anything else, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Hold on here. Try and
Venom eats Raven? What the freak? I don't remember that.
So you want to check out that part? Okay.
Mom. I don't... What did I just do?
Don't be scared, honey. You finally have the power to do what we've always wanted.
We're going
To heal the world.
How?
Let me show you.
Please, if you want to stay, here's a shortcut. Wait, is that the steps in God CC Flip 7? Tom's getting it.
That's fine.
What's that? What?
Like I was scared, so.
Okay. I got it.
So nervous. Let me know my partner on the inside of the store, but I'm not outside of the store. Some people, show me that. So I'm like, well, that's on the one side, but it's supposed to be. Ain't doing their job. It's no. I'm like, suspect. That's how we fucked up.
Well, the Shutterstock.
Still on there. So yeah, I'm on the refunds with the damn customer. I should have been to this. Told him.
What's up, Lucky?
I was the fool.
How am I gonna
Way
find
too
you?
smart for that. They didn't know where the customers so when they would get refunds instead of him waiting at the register to get
Our EMF badges were RF enabled.
he would always go and come out here like he's installing his own battery. So
Harry's still
they see
wearing his
me
badge.
getting the
I
money,
can use
putting it in
Oscorp
my
satellite
pocket.
dishes to find him.
But they inside the store, but they don't show me on the same cameras out whatever pictures they got. So I'm like, well, how you show me inside the store, but you don't show me when I come here? What's going on? Well, sir, I'm the original Los Angeles manager. So the gentleman that's sitting outside from his bench. Yeah. While he was working for us, he completed. He's permanently refunds with parts. He returned them. $5. Called the customer said that they go return and took the money. I kept the money in his pocket. This young lady, she's already gone. She split the money with him in that transaction.
I've been good. My tattoo hurts. That's what. That's what's up. We're gonna tap in.
Great. Getting a strong signal that way.
Sucks.
Time to move.
Alright, we gotta use web wings to get over there. Bro, but it looks pretty sick. I like it. Dude, look at how baller this is.
This signal is moving around. It's gotta still be on Harry. I was such a jerk to Harry when I had that suit. I need to find him. Apologize.
No way.
Get through to him.
Dude, I haven't been to the Lego store in a fat minute.
Closing in.
Are you gonna get some good sets,
on the way.
or just look
Hang in
around?
there. We'll get this thing off you, and I'll work with your dad and Dr. Connors to get you fixed up. Somehow.
Harry, we're gonna save you. Harry! Harry! I think that's what that's the line. He's like screaming Harry. Harry! No, it's not like that. Did we get him?
Point his location a bit more.
Pinpoint.
Be under that overpass.
He's gotta be there. Looking for cars? Oh hell yeah. How big? How big are the cars that you're looking for? Like little ones? Little like ones that go on the desk size, you'd say?
Harry, you back
Oh,
here?
what the heck is this? Alright, we gotta do for Harry. We gotta do it for Harry.
I know he'll listen to me if I can just get through to him.
Take it. Alright.
Yes,
Get that away.
Harry?
What is this, bro? This is like a horror game. I don't remember this at all.
Hey, Harry. Can you hear me? Listen, we're gonna figure out a cure.
Dude, baller. If it has cars in it, it's for you. Absolutely. Alright, Loki. I'll see you in a minute, bro. Have fun. Who the fuck is that?
Kind of miss having that extra symbiote strength right now.
Who's this? Who's this? There's 3 of them.
More.
Alright.
Did Harry turn these people into
Do some
symbiotes
webs.
somehow?
Throw some shit at them.
How do I stop them without hurting them?
Watch this.
These things are brutal. Gonna need
I'll use my
help.
gadgets instead of beating them up. That's how I'll not hurt them, Spider-Man.
Tell me something good.
Miles, there's trouble with Harry.
I'll just throw shit at him
He
instead.
got the suit back, and it changed him. He's turning people into symbiotes somehow. I'm holding my own, but it's like punching molasses. We've gotta find a better way to get these things off of people. Call me. Looks like I freed one of them. I gotta find Harry and stop him before this gets worse. Just stay calm. Don't move. You'll be okay. I hope. You sure you're okay?
They don't show me outside the store.
Got your message.
Sorry, looking for my mom. And on top of that, every refund, regardless of what it is, if it can be a piece of candy, every refund that is done, a manager have to put their code in. A regular food.
You think it was Harry? Maybe. Probably. We've got to stop him. Okay, I've got an idea. When you were under the influence, certain sounds made you weak. That bell. But we can't just carry it around.
Your call has been forwarded.
But I have this mixing app on my phone. I can recreate the bell sign elements. Then we can use it against Harry and his army.
That's genius. Glad
you decided to study music.
Put their code in.
Feel free to share that opinion with the college acceptance board.
They had a sit down with the manager.
What's up, Yankee?
There you are. The manager walking out the door. So they was like, well, you see her on one of the cameras. You see her.
Because we've been on the subway looking for you.
We're glad you're okay.
She
I'll
put
ride with your mom
something to the
back
side.
home. Can you need us?
Gotta deal with something first.
So,
but I'll be there as soon as
what
I
are you
can.
asking? Everything can nothing be done in this store without a manager verifying. She'll tell you how damn sure ain't flossing no money around the damn house.
It's like a miscommunication or a mistranslation of anything. We'll figure it out. But just
What sounds can I use around here?
yeah, I'm a storeman. I know that is a point. Can't do it by himself. Did you tell the other deputy that as well?
Yeah, I gave him my ID when he pulled up.
You know what I mean? Did you tell him that it takes 2 people to do a transaction for a refund?
No.
No.
Great reason.
Hey folks, mine was just away. Here today to ask for $500 for 1% of my state Clark. Have you ever noticed that funky smell coming from your reusable water bottle? Yeah, you have. And if you're like most people, you do what we call the sniff test. The average reusable water bottle contains more bacteria colony than your dog or toilet seat. No wonder they stink. And if no wonder, it's so tempting to reach for a single-use plastic water bottle. The result, over 1 million of these guys are consumed every single minute. And that's no good for your health, and even worse for the environment. That's why we invented the Lark bottle. The Lark bottle is the world's first self-cleaning water bottle that purifies water on the go. With a simple press of a button, and in just 60 seconds, the Lark bottle activates your patented BC cleaning technology. Pure this, eradicate 99.99% of and odor-causing bacteria, viruses, and mold. The result, pure water, steamily clean bottle. So sharks, who's thirsty for a review? It's important to be careful.
Yes. Super Echo recorder.
For 1%. Congratulations. Highest valuation. Quick question. Shark Tank. You seem like a reasonable human. Tell us why it's up. By the way, don't think it's crazy. I have a couple of these. We do. Great. I do. What's the market opportunity that justifies this?
Huge market. Big water is the whole thing. It's a $300 billion market worldwide, of which the usable market is only 7%. It's growing.
Pete was right. These things are fierce.
I bought several usable
I remember there are people in there.
I came back, collect mold, if it's it gets inky, so it's self-cleaning process.
It looks to me like this works the way it does.
This is actually an optical system that's designed to reflect the UV light inside. So simply you press this button, the UV light turns on. My co-founder is in physics from Caltech. He's engineered this to bounce the optical light throughout the bottle.
So then how many minutes does it take to do that?
We have 2 modes. Normal mode is 60 seconds. And then we have a venture mode, which is 3 minutes. So if you want to take it to a developing country, camping, or you're just somewhere where you don't quite trust the water, just this is boiling water. It would be the equivalent of boiling water for like 20 minutes. Pretty quick.
Competition. Are you the only one that has UV cleaning?
We launched in October of 2018. We're the first on the market. We have about 10 both utility and design. That container looks promising. There that we're pursuing potential legal actions for right now.
So Justin, why is it worth $50 million?
Almost done.
So we launched this project
Just need a low frequency boost. Something like
in our first full year in 2019, over $5.5 million in sales.
There you go.
In the last 12 months, we've done over $9 million. This year, we're planning on doing $14 million.
What you gonna make on the $14 million?
So we got our first earlier this year in January, and we leaned into growing the business. So this year we're expecting to lose about $1 million. How much did you raise? 6.7. At the $1.7 million.
So just let's talk real business. You've only paid 6.7. How much do you have?
Right up to the rotor.
6.5.
Okay, so you probably haven't had this.
Yeah.
What are these retail for?
The one you have right there is 95.
Oh no! Here come more!
Should not cost you what to make it?
Landing cost is around 40.
What are those other ones you already have?
Some of those patents just cover some of their applications.
Spider-Man!
Some of them do apply to
Symbiotes follow me uptown. Could use your help.
Picture, which is
on my way.
More range.
Get yourself. Yeah. Now I just need to figure out how to weaponize
it. While that's going,
got a plan for that.
Show you a video of how that works. So there's a lot of pictures. And you can promise that contaminants, where they can quickly accumulate and multiply and actually contaminate the water.
Reverse contaminate?
Because the contaminants are being trapped and collected there, and as germs are growing there in the wet, porous environment, that's and then all the things that are growing there. So we take a 2-step approach. And go through things like lithium, mercury, and a second step, you simply press this button, purified water that's gone through. And as you can see, it's a clear.
Wonderful. Is anybody else doing this?
No one's doing this.
Then 1 million people on the planet don't have access to clean water, and 1.5 million don't have access to electricity. So, many of those people are getting this model right now because they don't have $95.
1% go to our charity water, well, where we build wells in Africa.
1% of
where are you?
Revenue.
This revenue.
Okay, 1%. That is impressive off top line. I mean, you're committed. I get it. That's important.
Very funny. Let me transfer these sounds.
No, I want to just lay out where I am. Okay.
Come on.
They're looking for home. When I signed up to this platform, the platform didn't start off as the wealthy. The wealthy. With $6.5 million in the bank. I just think like this, and I just think that I'm here for a different reason. I think this is crazy. I'll let the other sharks discuss it, but
I didn't have a lot. It's unfortunate you won't take that journey with me, but I respect it.
So let me take a shot at it. I support a charity called One Drop. I'm sure everybody can drink fresh water around the world. It's something I get love to be involved in this for about 24 years. Bring so much value I've never done a deal for 1% for obvious reasons. I'll do it for 4%. I don't care how you structure it.
We did it.
Advisory
I
shares,
got the pin
whatever.
for EMTs. We'll take care of these people.
1/3.
Good thinking.
Maybe you're saying,
Subway
I
is
didn't
messed
say you
up.
would like it, Mark.
Train is totally
Or you would. I'm just telling you what I would do.
Is there other offers on there?
You know, to give you $500,000,
On our way.
1%.
Great.
It's not. I'm not making it.
The category that we're in is gigantic. It's a $300 billion industry, and it's so ripe for disruption.
I don't think Harry's the one doing it. At least not the Harry I know. Then who is? Is symbiote? Yeah. I'm no expert, but it seems like it's trying to make itself a new home.
For 5%.
Keep on going backwards, Justin. Just the 1% is your price for fish. And yes, I would love to own 1% of Apple, and I'd love to own 1% of Tesla. But just alone. To make it easier for investors, I'll do $500 for 3%. We can work out the other 2% for your advisor. That's my offer. Mark, are you anywhere? Yeah, I know where I'm at. Different platforms for different reasons, right? This is a place where people come where they just need a little bit more fuel, they need a little bit of help.
Right now,
we're not here to
you need to save
evaluate
your mom
companies
and
that make $1 million in sales over a $20 market in 20 years, which is impossible. Place to do it, so for those reasons.
Harry looked a lot different than you
So,
did when you had
it's
this.
3 offers. What do you
I
want
think
to
that
do?
would have been me eventually. If you hadn't saved me.
But even without the advisor shares, last value game of
Gotta check in with Mom and
to
Yankee.
be honest with you, that's really my bottom line. What about we got you all in for $500,000 each for $1.5 million total?
We will. As soon as we clear the area.
4.5%. And then we'll have also their advisors.
Don't think about
1% split between
Let's just fight
the three
these
of you.
things and
so
get in
for
there.
total, it'd be 5.5% without money.
Okay, here's something we'll do. Would you consider $1.5 million for 6% if each shark gets 2? 3 sharks.
Sharks around. And Justin has one offer on the table from Kevin, Lori, and Robert for his water purification company to Mark.
Huge value for you. $1.5 million, $500,000 each for 6%. What say you?
Accept the offer with one condition that it's structured in a way that $1.5 million for 4.5%, the remaining 1.5% would be advisory shares to be divided among you.
My question is, do I get 2% for my $500,000?
You do.
How long is the vesting period for the advisory?
Doors are stuck.
24
We gotta
months.
move these
Based
pendulums
on
somehow.
what? Let's see what that's
Yeah, what are you basing?
Advisory shares.
I think we just have a conversation about what we can do with the business, how we can build it together. Maybe it's could be seen, maybe it's
Gotta be a central nerve somewhere.
Well, it's too complicated. You know what? I'm out because to get to this point, I don't need you to interview.
I don't want contingencies on it.
I know what?
maybe it's could be seen, maybe
Let's see. How long is the vesting period? Do I get
1.5% that
500,000 each for 6%? What say you?
I can accept the offer with one condition that it's structured in a way that $1.5 million for 4.5%, the remaining 1.5% would be advisory shares to be divided among you.
My question is, do I get 2% for my $500,000?
You do.
How long is the vesting period for the advisory?
Bingo.
24 months.
Let's
Based
hit a
on what?
nerve.
Let's see.
Yeah, what are you basing
What do
it
I
on?
have to do to get my advisory shift?
I think we just have a conversation about what we could do with the business, how we could build it together. Maybe it's QVC, maybe it's
Very simple. Here's how we can do to get my advisory shift.
I think we
Let's see.
Yeah, what are you basing
What do
it
I
on?
have to do to get my advisory shift?
I think we just have a conversation about what we could do with the business, how we can build it together. Maybe it's QVC, maybe it's
I think they're very simple. It's too complicated. You know what? I'm out because to get to this point, I don't need you to interview.
I don't want contingencies on it. We're going to be involved. I don't want to see that just free.
absolutely, absolutely.
For 2% for 500,000.
I'll do $1 million for 4%, split between you and Lori.
No advisory. It's just straight.
The advisor would just ask, no contingencies. $50 each for 1.5% plus 0.5% advisory shares, 2% total.
Advisory shares. I like
Can
this.
you do that? Look, I want her part of the deal for sure. I see lots of value here. Whatever it takes to get her on board, I want the same. So, are you putting a stake in the sand here?
Yeah, I would go 2%,
Okay, well, that's what we got to do.
but not advisory shares.
What if those shares just vested up front? Because I have to structure something where I'm not going below my last valuation. There's 2% up front.
Done.
Yeah.
The world, and the type of people that own houses in that neighborhood. Picture this, a place where a modest two currently
Most people live in fear because we project the past into the future. Mike wasn't listening. He was never anywhere else. His gift was not that he could jump high, run fast, shoot a pistol. His gift was that he was completely present, and that was the separation. Most people live in fear because we project the past into the future. Mike wasn't listening. He was never anywhere else. His gift was not that he could jump high, run fast, shoot a basketball. His gift was that he was completely present, and that was the separation. Most people live in fear because we project the past. Most people live in fear because we project the past. Most people live in fear because we project the past into the future. Mike wasn't listening. He was never anywhere else. His gift was not that he could jump high, run fast, shoot a basketball. His gift was that he was completely present, and that was the separation.
tendrils are alive and connected. There's gotta be a central nerve somewhere. Bingo! Let's hit a nerve.
All this. What's up, guys? Where's Sam and Sam waiting here? Should have like teacher today. I'm going to talk about something frequently, being that I am a coach to a guys on the team. So today, boy, losing your first amateur fight.
How you been?
Every single I go to an amateur show. Do not gas out. Okay? Do not gas out. There's two pieces of gassing out. One,
So, what do you guys do for work?
I'm a taxi driver. What's happening? It's not dangerous. It's very empty. It's nice for the house, but it looks like everything we had was inside. It looks like it. Thursday. It's coming. First stream, Taco Bell. It's the neighborhood.
Oh, she's away.
Bye. She come back in. Hey, I need that Mendelssohn file by 4 o'clock. Okay. This is your boss talk. I'll do by 3:30. How's that? What? Wait, hold on. Okay. So far, gonna work on that. Discuss it. Is it on? To go work on that joint file. Of course, yeah. You guys are doing it. Pretty deep into it. It's a pretty fat file. Place to. Yeah, we gotta file that. Because we are. It's cute, baby. It's nice. I like it. It's different. Everything I can do, I can't do anymore. But I realize that that's not pretty small. So you can start drinking soon. We make these little strips to test your milk for alcohol. I learned with my hands. You know, I gotta be able to mold and touch.
As a rich guy, I should have the best everything. The smoothie that I'm having every morning is like $1,000. I don't know if it's 1,000. It has placenta, human placenta. It has 2 eggs, shell on, not washed. Banana, sticker on. Shell on. I saw Arnold Schwarzenegger do it, so like a whole bit melon, like the most disgusting shake ever. Every single powder at Erewhon that costs like $100, the $300 Manuka honey, Siberian cedar, pine oil, like every single thing that someone says is good, it tastes like shit and I just down it. As a rich guy, I should have the best everything. The smoothie that I'm...
It's kind of amazing. It's a basic guy, but I'm gonna find a broker, so.
What? Yo.
Give me time. You know what I mean? And when you're dating, it's that whole sex tech bubble. You know what I mean? Just you got sex book, friend. It's just thing called Grindr, which is just your phone being when there's someone horny. It's kind of amazing. It's mostly guys, but I'm gonna find a broker, so. You're up. What are you guys doing out here?
Where the fuck are we supposed to go?
Guys, have 1 hour. My friends are spending tonight. There's a woman that's trying to snipe her one. We have not been out since Jimmy and I got divorced. So they are. Yes. It's too late. Well, why don't you drop it at the fire station?
What are you talking about?
The baby drop? Okay. No, I'm kidding. What do you like having a baby? You like lost your sense of humor?
What are you doing?
I'm using a little spot in the FaceTime to put makeup.
You're not even looking at us, are you?
It's the other people when they FaceTime. Why are you guys not coming out? Is fucking Jimmy there? Jimmy?
Oh, Jimmy's not here.
Well, wait. Hello? Bring her.
Yes. No. Yes? What are you doing? What are you thinking? It's just... It's fantastic. This is the moment. This is the moment to do. Okay. It's good. It's great. Step back. Deeper.
It's one thing.
You want to use English?
Get the cooler.
Yeah.
Pulling back, but not enough. They're still trying to
That
get into the
could have
train.
been so much
There's gotta
fucking
be
easier.
another
What was
nerve
that?
cluster around here. Oh, wow. Too big for a single sonic burst. Think we can chain some together? Yeah. We're gonna need time to sync up.
Look at how much you next. Hungry is so
How much time does it need? Bro, did you hear that? How much time? A minute? Maybe a little more? Keep your spidey sense sharp. This might get wild. These things really don't want us here. Nice job! My turn. Pete, they're near the heart. Great, keep that momentum. Good one. They're getting close to the weapon. Hell yeah! That's good! They're shooting stuff at us! I know! Just keep moving! Don't want a combo deal? Almost there! Just need one more to sink! Kyle, can you hear me? Tentacles coming in the window! Grabbing people! Just hang on!
We see you! You can do it!
Don't want us to win now.
Keep it up! Just a little longer! Stay there!
I'll throw it away. Just that.
No! Spider-Man!
It's here.
Do it.
Okay, watch. I'm just gonna do it like this.
These things really don't want us here! Pete! They're near the heart!
Yes.
That's good! Go on! They're getting close to the weapon! Let me help with that! Nice! They're shooting stuff at us! I know! Just keep moving!
That's right, up to you guys. Also, if you could maybe just sometime. All right. Well, hey, if you guys ever need anything before we get too noisy, just tell.
Bro, this movie's great.
Ain't even got a deal. Most niggas with a deal couldn't make it great as his. I just know about to watch what I like. Very, very nice. So, just rock it twice. I don't feel as
Damn, bro.
To be here, talk to me. We'll take care of this. Same with us. We get pretty loud over there.
I don't like this.
They're loud.
They're too close. Right on time. Almost there. Just need one more to sink.
Now, as president of the Delta Center and vice president, we call our first official meeting in the new house to order. It's like Scooty's crowd. This year is going to be legendary. No longer Metro aware, but Delta Psi is simply responsible for the most epic party moments in history.
take a look at the wall. Travel back in time with you. Delta Side puts on a production of Julius Caesar. Early out, unexpectedly hits one of our brothers. After that, one, sit.
Miles, can you hear it? Tentacles coming in the window. It's trapping people. Just hang on.
We see you. You can do it.
Keep it up. Just a little longer. We need to stop these guys now. Those people are counting on us. Just a few seconds longer. We did it. Let's get to your mom and Genki.
Spider-Man. You're okay. What happened?
I took your advice. I let go of some things that didn't serve me. Come on.
That really sucks. I thought I was gonna die. My life was flashing before my eyes. You're good, man. That time when we went mini golfing for my birthday and I got that hole-in-one to win, I cheated. I could pick up the ball and dropped it in when you weren't looking, and
You were 8.
And honestly, I never liked the sandwiches you traded for at lunch, but I went along with it because I knew how much you loved my mom's banchan, and I've seen someone new, by the way. Her name's Andy, and she's great. And please don't kill me, but I just thought of a sequel for Sweet Nonagon, and
Wait. Andy from Kim? She's real cool.
Thanks for saving us.
Look, I'm sorry I've been so busy. I'll do better. Make the time to hang out.
Be careful.
There's got
Thank you. Let's get uptown. I'll make you something good for dinner.
Next step, find Harry.
I was surrounded by my brothers.
I'll take downtown.
We are the
I got
family
uptown.
you get to choose, and it's all to walk.
Well, I'm looking for Harry. I should check in on some other things.
So walk in.
Spider-Man!
Uh-oh. You don't look like you were expecting company.
What's the web?
Oh, great. Reinforcements.
I really appreciate you guys coming by. Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much. That's all we wanted. Cool. See you guys around. Okay. Thanks, man. Cool. I think we should invite the old people in. They're old.
Actually, let's just walk out like they're 80 minutes. I always forget those keys.
Pick them up now. Need them on our side. Cool them down. Where are you going? You guys want to come in? You don't want us to come in. Come on. Get the You're like 10 feet away. Come on.
What is it?
I know you're all wondering why I brought you here. Behold.
What the
Friends during parties, it's just where we keep all the important shit. Alcohol, drugs, passports, ping pong paddles. Those things are always fun. That's really fun, bro. We're stealing my patties. Man, literally, last week we goes off, we burn the house down. What's not funny? Check this out. Watch the yard. Ready? Look at the curves. Hey, look at that to you. Like when you think of Batman, it's Batman. Are you kidding me? Christian Bale. Christian Bale. Michael Keaton is Batman to me. And Michael Keaton is Batman. Oh, yeah. Sounds like
Do not let him escape! Now to do some snooping. You deleted your search history, fellas.
I saw him. He saw me. It's really
All right, Droney.
sorry.
What do you know that I don't?
Enjoyed this. Dude, fucking blink and you behold this guy at the party, and it's terrible.
Get a simple. Seemed like a CD to 2 year problem.
Is the food actually ready? Is it, like on the table?
You're on the table. Dad said.
Alright, relax.
Thank you so much. Yeah, generally kind of, you know, keep it bad. How be trill. So we want us to keep it down. Yeah, right.
If I take out the base's relay, the hunters there won't be able to call for
Just
reinforcements.
make sure if we're too noisy,
Looks like you've been
call
to
me
2 other
first.
blinds.
Don't call the cops.
Maybe if I explore the rest of the blinds, I'll find myself a base. Maybe Harry's back at his place. Can't hurt to check.
Thank you so much, guys. Try it. Yeah. Hang with us some more. Yeah, no. Time. Cool. I'll go tell them to. Yeah. See you guys. Great night.
Once the epicenter for New York tourism, now the scene of a deadly exodus. Unless you've been living under a rock, you've seen the photos released from Times Square, where we've learned Sergei Kraven, also known as Kraven, leader of the Hunters, has been brutally murdered by a monstrous unknown assailant. The most interesting piece of information to arise.
Wait, what is that?
The horrendous
mysterious
behemoth behind them.
Sorry about that.